welcome to Care3 TV. This is a time for a preview of the game on Saturday afternoon against Manchester City. Now, this game's been overhyped a little bit. Like, it's not a title decider. We're top no matter what the result is in the end. But the importance of this game cannot be underestimated. I think if we are to not lose this game, you know, we're in a very, very, very strong position. Even if we are to lose, I still think 2 points is a good sort of distance to be clear of them. But you know, it's a big one. It's a big one. I've tried so hard to get to go to this game. Every season ticket holder I know, I've tried to see if I can use their ticket. Every member I know, I've tried to sort of buy using their ticket or whatever. I've even tried the ticket exchange. I've even tried like slightly dodgier websites where I don't really trust them. They were charging about 200 quid for a ticket and didn't specify whereabouts that ticket was, so I wasn't going to risk that. So, you know, I won't be there, which is fucking painful because I hate not going. I fucking hate it. I hate missing matches, no matter what it is. But I'll be there watching with probably quite a lot of you lot on the TV. And like I said, it's big because we've had a chance to go 8 points clear of them before at the start of the season when we were facing them, but we drew 1-1 thanks to Frank Lampard. That's another thing which I'm going to get onto later, what Frank Lampard's reception is going to be like, and we didn't take advantage of that. I think 8 points would be nice, but I think if we were to keep 5, I wouldn't be complaining, because something which I think I've noticed with our team, we don't like it when we're too comfortable. Against Bradford 2-0 up, we're way too comfortable, we blew it. We're 8 points clear of them in the league before. Way too comfortable when we blew it. Even it sort of stretched into the last season a bit when we were 1-0 up at home to Sunderland. You know, we relaxed a bit, we eased off, Sunderland came on, you know, we ended up losing 2-1. I think we're better when someone's just on our tail. So in some ways, a draw could, in the long term, actually be quite good because it'll keep us alert, it'll stop us from getting complacent. But having said that, I would love to win. It would be so good. It would give us big breathing space, and we'll just be able to go on and on and on. Also, what it means is later on in the season, when we get to the sharp end and we've got Europe and stuff as well. And actually, on the point of Europe, 119 loyalty points for Paris away and a 2,000 allocation. I mean, that's a piss take, man. I wanted to go to that, but I've got nowhere near enough points. I've got like 105 or something. So fuck that. Anyway, you know. So, you know, to get the 8 point lead, it will mean a little bit of rotation will be allowed later on in the season. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. I hope we don't sort of sit back and park the bus. I know if we go out and attack, then we'll get beat. But I think we do need to have some intention of winning the game, because the last thing we want is them to, you know, last thing we want is them to be 2-0 up inside sort of 20 minutes and it could turn horrible. We want to be winning the game, drawing the game for all of it. We've got to treat them with respect. They are missing Yaya Toure, I think, depending on Ivory Coast's result in the African Cup of Nations. I do not follow African football at all, so I won't actually know what the result of that is. But hopefully Ivory Coast win and he can continue participating in that tournament. Yeah, it's going to be great. I think everyone's looking forward to it. Even people who don't support either club, they're just looking at this as if it's going to be, you know, the Premiership final, whatever Sky Sports will hype it up as. But in the end of the day, we're still fussed no matter what. But it's still a big, big game. And I think now I'm going to get on to Frank Lampard. Don't boo him. I wouldn't boo him if I was there. Don't boo him. You don't have to clap him either. I'll tell you what you do. If he starts, which is unlikely, then when his name's read out, give him a clap. You know, appreciate him. During the game, give him nothing. Stay quiet. And then after the game, if he comes over to you, which is likely, then you applaud him. You don't ever boo him. Even if he scores against, you don't have to give him anything at the end. You can just leave. Do not boo him though. 12 years of service, 12 years of goals, 12 years of assists. You know, work rate. The best English midfielder of all time we've had, no question. I think the only player gets close to him is Scholes. You know, but even then, you know, I don't think he would. Like, he was brilliant, Scholes, but he retired early from international, so he was able to keep club going for a bit longer. Lampard's been international and club for years and years. Gerrard is just a million miles off him, absolutely a million miles. You can't compare the two, and you've got to appreciate him. You've just got to show him respect, and I really hope you don't boo him, because I'll be very disappointed. I can see why some people might want to, but you've just got to remember what he's done for us. Don't have to give him anything during the game. Don't cheer him during the game. I'm saying you that, but clap him after if it's right, if the time's right. So my starting lineup, Courtois will be in goal. I've been thinking about this, but I think Courtois, how good, I didn't mention in my review of the Liverpool game how good he was. He kept us in the game at the start, and I think Cech is the better goalkeeper, but we've got to keep Courtois. We've got to keep playing Courtois. He'll get used to the Premiership. We'll keep more clean sheets, and he'll go on and be a world class goalkeeper in the future. Like he's already world class, but he could go on to be like the best keeper ever potentially. That's the potential which he is showing at the moment. Then left back, as per quite Dave. Felipe Luis has actually looked like a good left back recently, which is good because he started the season pretty shit, didn't he? But he's looked a bit more solid in recent games. He did get injured against Liverpool, but Dave came on, was world class against Liverpool. He's been fantastic pretty much since we signed him. He's going to be my left back. Centre half, Zuma and Terry. I think people realise that when they run at us, we struggle, and Zuma is better at stopping that than Cahill. And I think, especially if Yaya Toure does play, if he is back, he's just going to drive at those two defence. It could just part. It could be horrible. Aguero is another one who will attack Gary Cahill if he's playing. That's why I think we need Zuma. Or something else, which I was thinking of, is maybe playing Cahill and Terry, but playing Zuma and Matic in the defensive midfield, potentially. But, I think that could work, but I don't want to throw something like that into such a big game like this. And then right back, 2-goal Branislav Ivanovic. He scored. That's 3 I think he's got against Liverpool now. He's turning into an absolute legend at the club. Yes, he can't cross the ball, but we don't care. We love him. Matic and Fabregas, I'm going to go in midfield. I think that we can't play Mikel. He's shit. He really is poor. And I don't think Ramirez has got the discipline to play in a game like this. I think he'll get sent off if he does. I do like Ramirez. I do rate him, but I just don't think it's the right game for him. So it'll be Matic and Fabregas. Then it'll be Hazard left wing. He played well against Liverpool as well. He contributed a lot to our attacks. Had a fantastic run and shot which just missed. And then of course Oscar, I think, will play behind. I think he didn't play too good against Bradford, but I think he looked alright against Liverpool. It's a pretty much unchanged team from Liverpool. And then I'm going to go for Willian and Costa. So yeah, that's our team. I don't really know how City will line up. I know they'll go 4-4-2 with two up top. They need to win. They can't afford to draw. That's something which will play into our advantage. I'm reasonably confident about this game. For my score prediction, I'm going on the safe side. I'm going to say 1-1. But I do. If we could win it, would just be fantastic. Anything other than it's not a must win. It's a must not lose. That's what this game is. We don't have to win this game at all. We can sit back, draw 5 points clear without having to play them again. Perfect. 8 points clear, not having to play them. Fantastic. Just 2 points. Still quite good. Bit shaky. Right. Also, obviously for City, we've got to watch out for Sergio Aguero, probably the best striker in the league. Him and Costa up there are probably the best two. I think Fernandinho and Fernando, they're not that great, but they can have their games. David Silva is world class. Love David Silva as a player. Nasri always seems to play well against us, so we've got to watch out for him. Joe Hart in goal, he's a lot more solid than he was last year, so it'll take something special to beat him. It's lining up for a great game, and hopefully Costa does not get banned by the FA. Hopefully they'll see some sense on the incidents and take it into context of the game, how it was going, the situation and stuff like that. Obviously they won't, but if they do, I hope Drogba or Remy can do the job. I really do, because this is big. It's not massive, but it's big. Right, that's my preview. Much longer than usual, but I felt like it had to be. My review of this game will come literally straight after. Literally as soon as it's finished, I'm just going to go straight. It's going to be a reaction. It's not going to be a review. I'm going to be over the moon, or I'm going to be bitterly disappointed, or I'm just going to be satisfied. It'll be one of those three. This is my second video of the day. I'm fucking exhausted. It's actually harder than it looks. Yeah, keep the blue for fly. Hit your scores predictions down below. If you're going to the game, we're going to need your support. Sing up, try and create an atmosphere like it was against Liverpool or against City last year at home. I'll see you lot for my review of this game. Come on, Chelsea.